Hello, Leigh here from Nothing to Wear, and today we're talking about intentional shopping, shopping without impulse or without emotion, something I really need to learn. And thankfully, my guest Tina has amazing tips. So let's get into it.
You have to do it. You live for fashion.
Tina,
Leigh.
I feel like you're coming back to Australia more and more now, and I make sure you come here every single time. So thank you. Today's a big topic and one I think a lot of people need, me included. But first, a couple of questions. Do you have something that comes to mind when I ask about your biggest fashion purchase?
I do actually. It's my vintage Chanel bag that...
Did you get it in Japan?
Yes.
I remember this. Oh my God, it's like you're a TV show I watch. I was so invested. Please share.
Okay, so I was in Osaka in 2017 and I had no idea that
Oh my
they
God,
are
it's
known-
been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
I had no idea that there was a place called Orange Street in Osaka, which has all of these vintage handbags and items. And Japan's quite known for having good quality vintage pieces. And someone DM'd me and said, "You're going to Orange Street, right?" And then I wasn't, but I did.
Yep.
And there it was.
And what did
found
you
my
get?
First one. It was just the medium flap classic.
And back then, I mean, that's an investment. It's basically like you
is.
bought shares.
Do you
no, use
that
her
was
a lot?
I do use her a lot. That's how I kind of positioned it to my then boyfriend, now husband. But I
Yeah.
said, this is going to go up in value.
And that was 8 years ago? 7 or 8?
Yeah.
Wow, good on you.
Thank you.
She's a dream for me. Another quick question before we get into the topic. Who, if anyone, or what is your style muse?
I would say I have style muse brands. So Dissh
Yes.
comes to mind. I'm actually wearing Dissh today. And also Odd Muse, which is a British brand doing big things.
Yes.
But both brands have very classic, timeless styles that mix and match in with their previous seasons as well. So I love that ethos.
I love coming at it from a brand perspective. That's very fresh, and it feels less sort of tunnel vision as than a person, if that makes sense. Like it's more, it's a little bit more broad, but still you get a picture in your head.
Exactly. And brands are starting to storytell.
Yes, and have some personality.
Exactly. So,
Gosh, you're clever. Now, Tina, I want to set the scene for anyone that doesn't know you. You've been on the show a lot, and you are, well, obviously, I mean, I feel like I followed you a long time before the Japanese
I
trip.
have known you for ages.
We have known each other for a long time, but you started when you had a day job on Instagram as Trash to Treasured, and you were all about helping people buy great, affordable clothing. Was it under $150? Was that your caveat?
Yes, that was.
Yes. And you've evolved over time, and you're here to talk about that a little bit. But did you ever come up against people thinking, well, everything's under 150, so Trash to Treasured's all about, you know, fast fashion, crappy quality, blah, blah, blah. I had a friend saying, you know, is that Tina girl all about fast fashion? This was 10 years ago. But how did that start? And tell us that it wasn't, and where's the evolution taking you?
Well, the way it started was I didn't have a lot of disposable income, and I just started my big girl job in my career back then, and I needed to look the part, and so I was looking for items that I could wear multiple times to work, but it wasn't going to blow the budget either. So I started to get really savvy about cuts and colors that went together that looked expensive but weren't really. And then I started to get invested in fabrics and start learning about all of that, and just started to learn how do you actually wear pieces day to day? It's all well and good if it's on a mannequin and all of that, or if it was on sale, but how does it live? Like, how does it move with you?
Yes, and how do you keep it and keep wearing it? And just because it's affordable, you can find good quality. And I've always loved following you for that. It's been such an inspiration. So your approach to fashion is all about being intentional, and this is important more than ever. What are some common mistakes people make when shopping for clothes? And how can they shop smarter when they're not being intentional? For example, I'm an emotional shopper, an impulse shopper. I'm not I'd say more emotional. How do we be more intentional, and what are the mistakes people are making when they're not thinking with intention?
So speaking to your point, like, you've identified that you're an emotional shopper. I would say give yourself that scratch that itch.
Yes.
Pop
Even
a
if it's a bit, or
Pop a
bit
few things in a bag.
confronting to go, well, what's going on? Why am I doing that?
But, pop a few things in a bag and give yourself 24 hours.
Yes.
Okay. And let's start maybe even 48 hours. Because I did this last year. I wanted to test myself because I had moved countries and I felt really lonely and, I was just...
You were going through it.
I was going through it.
And they call it retail therapy for a reason.
Exactly. So I was buying a lot of stuff I just didn't need and I had easy access to Amazon and,
the
it
delightful
got bad.
retail in America, like it's hard to say no.
Exactly. So I identified that I was doing it as well. So I started a list on my notes app on my phone. So every time I saw something, I just save the link. So it gave me this comfort that I wasn't going to lose it.
Yeah, you wouldn't forget.
I wouldn't forget. I've got it in my notes app. And then, I never went back. I think I bought one thing off that list of 20 that I'd saved over a couple of weeks.
Yes. And so did that reinforce to you that intentional is important? And then the things that are intentional in your wardrobe, do you wear the most?
Yes. So I would say the other way to combat this is if you're looking at a piece, always think, how can I style it 3 ways?
Yes, I wanted to ask that. You've got the rule of 3. Is that wearing an item 3 different ways before you purchase?
No,
is that
so
different?
that's a styling. That's a styling
okay, let's
concept.
get into that in a second. So I'm looking at this beautiful item online. You want me to think, how can I wear that 3 different ways?
With something you already have.
Yeah.
If you need to, for example, I'm wearing see-through pants right now. So I need a longer shirt to kind of cover some areas.
Yes. Yeah, you've still got the sheer going on, but you're not flashing.
Exactly. But I already have long shirts. So I was like, you know what? This makes sense.
Yes. Okay. So how can you work it back with the items you already own in enough ways?
If you can justify it in 3 ways.
I like that.
You can go for it.
Okay, I'm going to make that one of my rules. Okay, so that's how we can start to be more intentional. Can you explain some styling rules or methods, or are they methodologies? You've got the 2x2 rule and the rule of 3. You must be really good at maths. What are those frameworks and how do they work?
My background is science, so I
thought so.
So I think this is why I accidentally make formulas.
Well, my background is saying, it's practically free, and it's not. So what are these formulas? How are these frameworks going to help people?
So with the 2x2 rule, these are... I don't like saying they're rules, they're suggestions.
Yeah, I like a formula because it kind of helps you figure it out.
Exactly. We need a framework and it really helps us overcome the whole, oh my gosh, what do I even put with this?
Yes.
So for 2x2, I think I've spoken about it before, but it's I come back to it a lot,
Yes.
but it's 2 pieces of tailored and 2 pieces of casual. So kind of like a tailored shirt.
And it's always worth reminding going into a new season because, summer's just ended here. Everyone's starting to think, autumn, winter, all the new clothes are hitting stores. So this is a good time to refresh on these methodologies, these frameworks, because we might be thinking we might need to go to the shops and get a few things, but we want to be intentional. So remind me of the 2x2, 2 structured, 2 casual.
2 tailored structured pieces and 2 more casual pieces. And when you put that together, it actually gives a really nice balanced look. So let's go with...
give me an example.
Say we're wearing our tailored pants to work with a cotton T-shirt at the moment.
Yep.
Let's add... So that's cotton T-shirt is kind of more casual.
Yep.
You got your tailored pants.
Yes.
Now we're going into autumn, so let's add a layer. So let's add something that is structured, so maybe like a trench coat. All right, so you got your structure and your tailored in your trench coat and then in your tailored pants.
Yes.
So for your shoes, let's go something fun like a casual sneaker, like a white sneaker.
Yes, okay.
Can you imagine that?
I can, and as you were talking, I flipped it. I was going to go like sort of a slouchy knit that's a bit casual but with a loafer that's a bit more structured.
Yes, you get it.
Oh my gosh, I feel like my brain's that clueless outfit wardrobe thing. I've just thought of so many things.
That's how it is in my brain.
Yes.
And this is why I wrote this.
Okay, that's so helpful, particularly when you're like, I need one more item, but I'm not sure. Because if you go all too structured, it can look like you're going to a hectic corporate job if you're not, or you can look too casual.
Yes.
Now, remind me of the rule of 3 because I've forgotten. I was terrible at school. What's the rule of 3?
The rule of 3, it's more like add a third element. So this is a very common design technique.
Mm-hmm.
So think about your base. Now, you've got your jeans and you've got your T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's add a third element that's going to give the personality of your outfit.
Okay.
Okay? So let's go with that base.
Yes.
Now, if you're more preppy, you might add the blazer, like an oversized slouchy blazer.
Mm-hmm.
If you're more, I don't know, edgy, you might go for like a moto jacket.
Yeah, bomber.
A bomber.
Yes.
Exactly.
You could do like a really colourful cardigan if you're Mia.
Yes,
Well, I don't know.
exactly.
Or sequin something.
Sequins.
Yes.
No, exactly. And so that way it's like you can have this, everyone can have the same base, but then because you know your personal style,
Yes.
you add your little flair with that third piece.
Oh, Tina, it's like you're an expert in this field. Now, I want to talk fast fashion versus mindful investing because, forgive me if I'm wrong, but you're still about value and affordability. You know, I don't think you've got the $150 rule, but I don't see you popping out to Gucci and Hermes on the daily. And I think there's a joy in helping, people finding it themselves and helping other people find affordable, amazing items. So how do we strike a balance between mindful and intentional, well, I guess, versus fast fashion? If, not everyone has thousands and millions of dollars to spend on what they wear. What do we do?
So, I mean, you have your budget and, you work to that budget.
Oh, we set a budget.
We set a
Okay. No, I do roughly, but I don't set aside time to decide the budget of when I'm going to go shopping. I'm just like, oh, it's $39.95. Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
When you see that, then that comes back to, okay, why are you buying this? Is it going to pair back with what you already have?
Yes.
Is it a, there's like that lack mentality of like, if I don't buy this right now,
Yes.
I'll never find it again.
Yes.
So really checking in.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and also the whole thing with, Trash to Treasured was I was showing pieces that were affordable, but I've had people just buying everything I was showing.
Yes.
And that's not the point.
That's not the point. I get it. Okay.
It's strategy.
Yes. Okay. So we're still about affordability. But we're not about fast fashion, burn and churn. We want to find a good quality piece that we love that we can wear enough in terms of quality and versatility for years to come.
Exactly.
Tina, you're so smart. Okay. So fast fashion out. Let's talk about the capsule wardrobe. I agree the term capsule wardrobe is overused. And I think thanks to a lot of flat lay, we see white shirt, jeans, trench coat, ballet flats or whatever, which is fine and a lot of people like, but it's not cut and paste for every single person.
Yes.
So we're talking curated wardrobe. Talk to me about that and how would you help a client curate something? Everyone's different.
So, I mean, we start with clients, we always start with a mood board session and I ask a lot of questions and it's so much fun. And when we do that, I can really see the necklines that they're drawn to, the patterns, patterns are patterns, like there can be big ones, small ones, and we see the textures that they're drawn to. So that is the essence of their style.
Okay.
So, for example, I just had a client this week actually, and she's not a plain white T-shirt girl. She likes a little bit of,
personality.
Yes. But she's also works in a corporate environment. So we found this beautiful satin. It's shaped like a white T-shirt, but the fabric is satin.
So it's got a bit of personality, a bit of point of difference.
Exactly.
Okay. And so everyone's capsule is different and then you can mix and match within your capsule because it's harmonious to you.
Exactly.
It's not cut and paste.
Exactly.
Okay. So many women are stuck in a rut with their wardrobes and just find it really overwhelming. Are there easy ways to refresh your style without impulse buying, please?
Okay. I promise you less is more. Less is more. But you need to get rid of the things that are telling your brain you have nothing to wear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you literally and emotionally can't see it because you feel frustrated and overwhelmed.
Exactly. Our brains are actually trained to see things that are wrong because you're meant.
God, that makes my bedroom.
Yeah. Because our brains are there to keep us safe, right? Yes. So it just sees all the things that are wrong. So if you've got a whole bunch of things hanging in your wardrobe and you've got some really great pieces in there, but they're amongst the things that you hate.
That
or
makes so much sense, like primally pretty much.
Yes, exactly. You will just always look at your wardrobe and say, oh my gosh, I have nothing to wear.
Okay.
All right.
So instead of going, I've got nothing to wear, looking in there freaks me out. So I'll turn and run to Westfield or jump online. How
What do we do?
be more intentional?
So I want you to go to your wardrobe,
Mm-hmm.
you, Leigh.
Yep.
I want you to take out 10 to 15 pieces
Okay.
that you know when you put that on, you always feel great.
Okay. Oh, good. So we're starting with the good stuff.
We're
That
starting
feels
with
happy.
positive.
Yeah.
We're starting with the positive. Lay it out on your bed, all these pieces,
Yes.
and you'll start to notice, I promise you, you'll start to notice similar silhouettes, similar necklines, similar bits of fabric.
This sounds so much more fun than going, oh, I haven't worn it in that long, but will I? But yes,
No,
you just start with the
here.
stuff you love.
Start here because this is your blueprint. This is your personal style.
This is my curated.
This is your curated.
Wow. Okay.
And
then
then
what? Can I walk away?
No. Because then you've shifted your filters in your brain so you're like, okay, this is what I love. And you know that. So next time when you pull out that next item in your wardrobe, you will clearly see how it doesn't fit your blueprint.
Yes. Okay.
And it makes it so much easier to get rid of.
Okay. So we start with what we love and then we kind of
That's your
try and
blueprint.
fit the puzzle. Like it's almost like we've got a puzzle started and we go, oh, that piece doesn't really fit.
Exactly.
That is so clever. And we do all of this before we're allowed to buy anything else.
Yes.
Okay, I want to talk shopping and trends. So with being more intentional, more mindful, having less, making it work harder, trends are always changing. So like how do the everyday person go, okay, I've found my blueprint, or I'm trying to be more intentional, but my goodness, there's leopard print, there's sheer, there's red, there's this and that. And how do we choose what to listen to?
So I love the 80-20 mindset when it comes to this. So 80% of my wardrobe is my blueprint. It's the fun, it's the stuff I feel good in, and I know I can put together outfits with those pieces. The 20% is fun because some of us love shopping.
That's so smart. I've heard of that in diets, but never in wardrobe. But that is really clever. And then you're right. You're not going to be stuck with 7 million trend pieces that don't go together. And then the trend's over by the time. And then you've probably had to buy other things to wear it with.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
80-20. I'm going to go write these in my wardrobe. On that, I think with the kind of intentional shopping, it's not fun to shop for underrated sort of essentials that do put it all together. Do people overlook those? Do people have enough of those?
They overlook them a lot.
Yes.
Sometimes people only go shopping for events.
Yeah.
Or like they have something to shop for, and that's how you end up with a whole bunch of things, but not outfits.
Yes.
Yes.
That is so true. And because I emotionally shop, my feelings aren't going to feel better with a white I do have a lot of white T-shirts. That's a bad example, but it doesn't give me a hug when it's a boring whatever, but that is so what's missing from most people's wardrobe.
Exactly. And that's the glue that ties things in. That's the glue.
And how do you approach shopping for special occasions? Like you say, people are like, oh, quick, I've got this birthday party, I've got this event. That happens, but we don't often go to a birthday party or an event 7 days a week. So how do we suggest people, dress themselves for those without ending up with a wardrobe of stuff they've worn once or going to wear once?
So, hiring is a big thing right now. Beautiful dresses that you can get. There's so many companies out there right now. If that's not an option, I would always suggest maybe wear it during the day as well.
Yes.
Bring it into your everyday.
Yeah.
Pair it back with those basics that you
Yes.
have.
Like we're seeing sparkles everywhere. You're wearing sheer white pants, which I
yes.
love. Are they the Taupe ones?
Dissh.
Oh, I want the Taupe ones. But, a couple of seasons ago, you would have never worn a sheer bottom in the day. Not your bottom, a pair of bottoms. And you put it with a really great linen shirt that makes it casual.
Exactly. I actually bought this for an event that I just did in Melbourne, and I love wearing it. And I'm like, I don't want to just keep this for fun times,
That's very
event times.
Intentional.
Yes.
I also think thrifting's really good, and I do. Some of my girlfriends who are similar sizes, we swap.
Yeah,
That's
great.
so handy because it's like,
Fantastic.
can I borrow that black dress, or do you want to borrow this? And it's just so helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to quickly talk about style on purpose. So tell me about it, and how did this evolution come here? What inspired you to start Style on Purpose? What's the new mission?
The new mission is strategy around shopping and styling. So before, it was all about, yes, you can, with Trash to Treasured, it was to show you that you don't have to spend a lot to look good. And even under that name, I had my ebook called Pick Well, Style Often,
Yes.
which the whole ethos is teaching how to shop well, dress well, all of that. And so what I've done, and that's my passion,
Yeah.
because I realize, okay, like we all have a lot of things.
Yes. Oh my God, we do. We do.
And maybe not the right things.
Do you think moving, just a quick side note, moving
Yeah.
to America helped you kind of refine this because you had to literally assess every item?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Moving to America, I had a curated I moved with two suitcases
Wow.
that had everything.
Good on you. And then did you forget what the rest of it was?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. My mom says, "Oh, you still have a couple of boxes at home."
Yeah.
I was
and
like,
you're
"Oh my
well, if I
God.
don't know what's in
I
them
don't know."
then.
And
Yeah. Have you gone through them though? Was it fun?
I haven't gone through them.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
know
even
how
wanna
you're
see.
resisting. So, I mean, I feel like you've always had the same mission and same purpose, but now you're just making it crystal clear.
Correct.
So, Style on Purpose is what?
So Style on Purpose is a personal style studio. So under that studio, we can do one-on-ones to, get you into like your blueprint and elevate your style and create those like intentional shopping habits. I do group sessions as well. So get your girlfriends together.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's a virtual studio.
Yes.
Because obviously I'm based in LA now.
That's still so
but I
good.
have clients everywhere.
That's so clever.
Yes.
What about partners if you are in a heterosexual relationship and they might need some help?
Yes, absolutely.
Men?
Yes,
Yes!
men as well. I have expanded into men as
Good.
well.
I think that's really, because I get a lot of questions saying, I don't know, and he just shops at industry, and industry is great, but I think men just don't even know where to look or who to ask.
I'm styling a male model tomorrow, and I had so much fun pulling items for them, and I was like, this is great. There's
Yeah.
so many options.
There
but it's
are,
and
but-
you can apply the same rules
Oh, yes.
or the same methodologies
Yes.
to men as well.
Yes, I agree. Honestly, having a little 5-year-old boy, I'm starting to learn that men can have fun, boys can have fun too.
Yes.
It's not just all about us ladies.
Yes.
Okay, Boujie and budget. I've got 2 items that I'm going to try and get the Tina tick of approval because I'm being intentional. You've got 2 that you've already bought
Yes.
that were intentional or that you've got enough wear out of.
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to start with, my Boujie or my budget?
Let's go budget.
Okay, great. Well, it's still pretty expensive, but it's from Dissh, so I feel like I'm not going to be in trouble yet. It's the HENDRIX PAMPAS suede jacket from Dissh. So it's expensive. $399.
Okay. Yep.
But it's Dissh quality. It's pre-order. It's a tanny camel suede. My question is, as I've mentioned on other shows in regards to suede makes me nervous because it's warm, but it keeps you warm. But so you wear it when it's cold and it might be raining.
Yes.
I'm not great with care of
Yes.
my things. Do you think that suede for me in terms of a jacket might be a bit too optimistic?
Yes.
I think so too.
So my first question was going to be, what color is it? And then I saw it, and
Yes.
great,
It's a camel.
beautiful.
Yes.
That
I
will
would love
go.
that with whites.
Yes, and a dark blue denim.
Oh yeah, and a navy. I mean, I love the color, and I
Yes.
think I really like textures, but I just think a real suede jacket for my kind of haphazard lifestyle.
Yes, you have to think of aftercare.
Yeah.
You're not going to wear it once.
No.
Well, you
Well, I
might.
mean, I'll either won't wear it because I'm too scared, or I'll
Yes.
wear it and ruin it. And if it gets rained on, I'll cry.
Yes,
Okay, so
Exactly.
that was very intentional thought process.
that was, you already know.
But I think a suedette version.
Yes. Now
Would
you
still-
know.
yeah.
You have something in your mind that you'll find it.
Okay,
You'll
I love
find it.
that. Can you tell me about your budget that you are wearing or have purchased?
Okay, so my budget are these gold slippers.
We call them thongs. Are you American now? Did you call them slippers?
I do.
You are so American. They're fabulous. How do you say that brand?
I just say
I say,
Tkees.
oh, see, I was saying Tkees, but I think it's Tkees.
Yeah, because it's Tkees.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, they're great.
Tkees?
Can you, I mean, we don't have to show your feet up to the camera. We'll get an outfit. So I've got them in silver.
Do you?
I've got the silver.
Did you get them from Girls with Gems?
No, I bought mine on the Iconic.
Oh.
Yes. Did I? I don't know because it wasn't very intentional. But I love them, although they took a little while to wear in. Did you get a blister?
No, these were all right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've only had them a week, but I've worn them a million times.
Because thongs are still very much, that simple thong.
Yeah.
And for any American listeners, we're talking about what did you call them? Slide sandals?
Slippers.
The thing your foot goes in. And I feel like even if that trend's not as huge next summer, it's still a classic thong.
Exactly. So I love my Havianas.
Yes, me too. The square toe.
The square toe. And then I needed, it was just a bit too casual sometimes.
Yes.
When you think about tailored and the
rubber doesn't really fit in.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I was looking for something that was a bit more polished.
Fresh. I like the gold.
Then I went totally polished.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
These.
And they're not very expensive, I don't think. I think
They were 123, which
Okay.
is, I think a Haviana is like $50
yeah.
these
I think
days.
I got mine on sale maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
you can get them everywhere. I love how I'm justifying your
No, but the thing is, I've worn these clubbing in the week I've had them.
Yes.
So you literally can wear them
And
anywhere.
I love a metallic flat because it's like I'm fancy because I'm metallic, but I'm casual because I'm flat, so I'm just cool.
Exactly. Balanced.
I approve. Okay, I'm scared of my next one. This is my Boujie. It's by Pollen, which is a French brand
Love.
that has just been acquired by LVMH. So I think the value is going to go up.
Okay. All right. Strong start.
So it's, of course I can't speak French. It's the Numéro textured taupe. Let me justify her to you. She's $880. But, that's a lot of money, of course. But some handbags are $6,000. Obviously, I'm not thinking about that. Okay, it's a good size. There's a million colours, and I've really deliberated. I've got an off-white bag. I don't wear black, really. So I think the taupe is very flexible. I wanted the chocolate brown, but I think that doesn't go with enough of my wardrobe, and it's too, it's very trendy. It's also a classic, but I'm a taupe.
You're a taupe.
You can carry this as a handbag. You can carry it as a crossbody. It's big enough to fit your day-to-day life.
Laptop?
No.
Okay. Keep going. Does it zip at the top?
No. Let me show you some photos. Oh, is it
she's stunning.
Look at the bunching. It's beautiful. I don't know how to show you the inside. I've looked at it.
Oh, it's it's a bucket bag, essentially.
It's a bucket bag, handbag, crossbody bag. And also, here's the description. Zip interior pocket. Good. Keys. Everything.
Good.
Magnetic closure. I've watched on a YouTube and it's really strong.
Okay.
And it is made of leather and it's really nice.
It's a yes from me.
Yes! I pre-ordered it! Sorry. I already pre-ordered. But Tina, I can tell you I have looked at this bag more than I've looked at anything in my whole life because there's also so many nice colours and they have so many other shapes.
Yeah.
And because LVMH acquired them, it's basically the new Chanel.
No, it's an incredible brand. I've been looking into the brand.
And I figured if that's got everything in it, then I've just got my laptop bag.
Yep.
I can take that to the movies, to an evening event.
Yep. The taupe is very versatile, so I approve on that.
Because I really struggle with the colours.
Yes.
I asked 3 different friends and they all said different colours and I was like, shut up, this isn't helping me. But Tina approves the taupe. Oh, that was so exciting. Okay, what's your Boujie? And I'm sure it's not as Boujie as mine.
It is the lace pants that I'm wearing.
I love them.
Because, they're $150, so they're not breaking the bank, but they are very...
She is wearing lace pants kind of thing.
Exactly. So they're not the type of pants I'll be reaching for constantly. So these sit in my 20%.
Okay.
80-20.
So are you trying to get as much wear out of them now?
Yeah. So actually my justification for this was I'm going on holiday soon. And then
back to the US where it's your summer.
Exactly.
That's
so that was
not
my
fair. You get an extra advantage of extending a season. They're so good though.
Yeah, no, I love them. I think I get the black as well.
Yeah, well, I have a black pair similar that I got from a brand a couple of years ago or a year ago with the little built-in sort of shorts.
Yes.
And I've worn them in summer with a white tank, but then in winter with a black blazer.
Love it.
Basically the reverse of you.
Yeah, no,
and
I
they're
love
Dissh,
that.
$150. Okay.
Yes.
Tina, honestly, you're so amazing. So people want to follow you, I'm sure. What's your handle? And then how do they find out about your new platform?
Okay, so Tina Abeysekara, so that's my name. So that's my Instagram handle and also my website.
That's helpful.
That's helpful. And then my website has Style on Purpose, so you can pop over to that. I have digital products as well. So, you know, you can do like outfit guides and
You've got
workshops
everything, my
and
friend.
everything.
You're a busy little travel bee.
Yeah, so it's all under Style on Purpose.
Amazing. Well, we'll link in the show notes. But congratulations. Thank you for letting me drag you in this studio on this Australia visit. And please come back soon.
I will.
Bye.
Thank you.